come on, make a move. Everybody say it, make a move. Okay, full disclosure, I'm not a cat person. That said, they really do seem to be getting a bad rap for being who they are. I mean, every once in a while, and there's been one recently, you'll see a wave of increasingly hysterical publicity about how domesticated cats are decimating the wild bird population, and you guessed it, someone, oh, not me, needs to do something, including invariably rounding up and killing the cats. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that those of us who want to kill cats are not spending our free time volunteering at centers that control their reproduction, find them good homes, or buying them these, which, as far as I can tell, save birds by making the cats too embarrassed to go outside. Nor are we funding wild bird sanctuaries, protecting their habitat in other ways, or feeding them, which apparently is also controversial. Reminds me of a cartoon I saw once. A guy goes into a doctor's office and the doctor says to him, well, we've eliminated smoking, drinking, and fatty foods. Is there anything else you enjoy? Can't even feed the birds anymore. Now, on balance, studies do seem to show that there are in fact fewer birds now than there used to be. Some species are thriving, others are suffering, but on balance, probably fewer birds. I will give you 3 guesses as to which specific bird populations are thriving the most. Well, they would be the ones who are being killed by hunters. That's right. Ducks and geese are thriving because hunters have raised their voices and their wallets to make sure their habitats and their populations are protected. Let me state this clearly. Hunters have done much more to protect waterfowl than all the bird lovers combined. Interesting, huh? Now, I am not for a moment suggesting that we start hunting cats. That would be barbaric. Those Aussies, gotta love them. Maybe the cats should learn to smile for selfies and move to Rottnest Island. Now, I do think it's a very good idea to avoid the introduction of what the naturalists call invasive species. This is a plant or animal that is not native to a geographic area and when introduced there displaces native species by either killing them or taking their territory. We should try to avoid this whenever possible. Specifically, anyone who releases invasive species, whether accidentally or on purpose, is damaging the property affected by the invasive species, and they should be held accountable. Some pet adoption groups are putting microchips into their animals so they can determine if their customers are giving their pets a good home or getting tired of them and leaving them by the roadside. That's genius. So we should be focusing on prevention, and the penalties for non-compliance should be more severe. But once the damage is done, folks, it's done. Dade County, Florida, 1992. A breeding facility for Burmese pythons is destroyed by Hurricane Andrew, releasing hundreds of snakes into the wild and causing a real problem for the Everglades. Naturally, the folks running the South Florida Water Management District need to do something, which in this case is paying a bunch of Tiger King lookalikes to kill the pythons, complete with Python Elimination Program or pickup logo and cartoon of a python who looks thrilled to be eliminated. There are millions of pythons out there. They catch maybe 1,000 a year. This is a gargantuan waste of time and money. The cat is out of the bag and it's not coming back. I guess when you spend billions of taxpayer dollars on flood control and then billions more on flood control, you need to keep your message fresh somehow. Folks, let's leave the pythons alone. Let's leave the cats alone. Leave the iguanas alone. And yet, even the murder hornet. If we want to do something about invasive species that are already hopelessly entrenched, let's use our own money, not someone else's. You know, somehow I think we'll find that maybe they're not so bad after all.